welcome to Recipes Galore. Today we are making salmon croquettes. Now, salmon croquettes is something that I grew up on as a child, but they were made totally different than what I am making. I took my grandmother's recipe and my mother's recipe and my recipe, and I just kind of combined it and created what I want. So here are the ingredients that you will need. You're going to need 2 cups of fresh ground salmon, and you're going to need 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, the mayo. You're going to need about a half a cup of chopped onions. You're going to need about a half a cup of red bell peppers chopped. You're going to need 1 egg. You're going to need some dill. Now what I usually take is one of these and I chop them all up. This is what the dill looks like. So I take one of these little packages. You can find this at your local grocery store in the produce department. And I usually take one of these little ones and I chop it all up because I know I'm going to need some for my salmon and for my sauce. So, or rather my dip. And you're gonna need some lemon. I just kind of take a lemon, half a lemon, and squeeze. And you're gonna need some breadcrumbs. I like panko. Breadcrumbs. You're gonna need some ranch dressing and some seasoned fish fry. If you don't have this kind, get the kind that you like, but make sure that it is seasoned because this is the only seasoning we're putting in here. Okay? And you're going to need some oil for your to fry it in. And I think we got it all. Now we're going to start mixing. Now we're going to take our 2 cups of salmon that's diced. Go to your grocer, and if you have a personal relationship with the meat department, you can ask them to ground up your salmon. I, on the other hand, was shopping in Costco and saw the salmon, and I grabbed it, brought it home, and just kind of diced it up myself. So you can do it one way or the other. So I'm going to add my red bell peppers. And then that's a half a cup of red bell peppers chopped. Then we're going to take our diced onions. It's a half a cup of diced onions. We're going to add that. You can use any onion you want. I like using sweet vanilla onions because I like sweet. Now, as you can see, I have 2 plates of dill. This one has like 3/4 of the dill that I chopped up. This has like 1/4. The 3/4 I'm going to put into my salmon mix. This I'm going to put into my dip. I'm going to put my dill into my salmon mix. Now this differs from the regular recipe. I like to, when I cook just plain salmon, I like to make a dill butter to put on my salmon as it cooks. And that's why I put dill in here, because I like dill with my salmon. So, but that's clearly up to you. Like I said, experiment in your kitchen. Now I'm going to add my 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And before I add my egg, I'm going to whip it up. Just scramble it a little bit. And then I just pour it in there. Now, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. All right, and now I'm going to add 1/2 cup of my seasoned fish fry. Now, normally you would use cornmeal and add seasoning and all that, but I figured, why bother when this is some of the yummiest stuff made? So, and it's made out of corn flour, and it's seasoned just perfect. And when you add this half a cup of bread seasoning, fish fry seasoning, it seasoned it perfectly. You don't need anything else in there. No salt, no pepper, none of that. It seasons it perfectly. Now, I'm going to stir this up. And as I stir, I'll let you see what's in my bowl. You see that? And we're just gonna mix this up. And if you find out that your mix is too liquidy, just add a few more breadcrumbs. Now, the last thing I'm going to add is my lemon, because lemon is acidic. It will cook your fish if you put it on there first. By the time you get everything else in the bowl, you have some of your salmon will start cooking. It'll start it will cook it. The acid from the lemon will cook it. So I'm gonna turn it this way. Okay. So now we're gonna mix that up in there. We're gonna put some oil into our pan. I just kind of spread a little bit on in there. I'm gonna put this like around medium high. This is the amount of oil that I have in there. Not a whole lot. And I just kind of let it heat up, and then I kind of, once it heats up, it becomes more liquidy, and I can spread it around my pan a lot better. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can create a patty, or you can do it my way, so that you don't have to put your hands into it. Our oil should be hot by now, and I'm just gonna pour it around in my skillet. Make sure I get it all evenly coated, because you don't want your salmon cakes to stick to the bottom of your pan. So I'm going to get this nicely coated. And now, I don't like taking them out and making patties. So what I will do is I will grab me some on my fork and put it in my pan and create a patty with my fork. Now, it's up to you as to how thick you want your patties or how thin you want them. If you're cooking these for kids, I would suggest a thinner patty. If you're cooking this for burgers, if you want a salmon burger, I would suggest a thicker patty. But I just take them by the fork, will use my fork and create my patty. Now, I like to pour the oil so they can all get all crispy. I'll let you see what I have in my pan. It's gonna be some yummy eating. Now, I like to put a lid on mine so that it cooks more even. Okay, so in this bowl, I have 1/2 cup of ranch dressing. You don't have to buy Hidden Valley Ranch. You can buy your favorite ranch dressing, 1/2 cup. And I have 3 tablespoons of mayo. Now, this is the way I make it. You can also just get you some sour cream and put the dill in there and make it. But this way. So, I saved a little of my lemon juice. So I'm gonna squeeze a little lemon juice in here. Again, I have 1/2 cup of ranch dressing and 3 tablespoons of my, what am I trying to say? My mayo. I'm gonna put my dill in here. Now the secret to this is, I usually make this, if I know I'm gonna make salmon croquettes, I will make this dip the night before, so the dill has time to season the ranch and the mayonnaise. All of this has time to kind of, all the flavors come together. So I just stir it up, and then I'm just going to put a lid on it and put it in my refrigerator. And when I get ready to eat, I'll have this yummy dip. You can use it as a sauce to put make burgers, because that's what me and my husband do. We put it on a burger bun and we eat. But there you go. It's a dill ranch dip, and it's so yummy on these croquettes. I'll let you look in my bowl. Can you see that with the little specks in it? And that dill ranch dip, okay. Now, let me show you what I have in my pan. Got some yummy goodness going on in there. It'll be so good when I'm done. Now this is a little thing that I do that helps it get crispy under the bottom. I kind of turn the pan. You see me turning the pan? That's to get the oil, move the oil around the pan and kind of get it up under the patties, so that it'll make it nice and crispy on the outside. You have a little crispy outside. Now these are almost done. I don't want to overcook them because I don't want them to be dry. Let me grab a plate to put them on. And make sure they are, oh yeah, that's good. I'll put that one on my husband's. All right. Now, if you divide this out right, it will make about 8 patties, depending on the thickness of your patties. I usually get between 7 and 8. And we're all done. Spread this oil around in here so my bottoms can get all nice and crispy. All right, I'm ready to spread this on my, and what I'll just do is just spread this on top. It is so yummy. There you have it, your salmon croquette. Let me check on these, make sure they're not getting too brown too fast. There we go. Now, that is it for today. Thank you all so much for joining me on this episode of Recipes Galore. You can find this recipe and other yummy recipes on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/AskTheNanny. While you're there, please, please, please subscribe and like and comment. If you try it, tag me. Put it on social media and tag me. Let me know if it tastes good, if it delighted your family, or it was just so. So let me know what you like. I try to cook what is the things that I like, but I also try to cook things that people suggest to me to cook. So if you have any suggestions, put a comment. I suggest you cook this next time. I suggest you cook that. Give me some, challenge me. I love a great challenge. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm getting ready to go have some of this delicious food.